Rockford is a small city with a big footprint, about 6,000 people inside the city limits, a school district that pulls from 4 surrounding townships, a river running straight through downtown, and the longest paved trail in Michigan cutting through the middle of it. Here's the area guide: the district, the parks, the trails, and the drive. Start with where this actually is. Rockford sits about 15 miles north of downtown Grand Rapids, on the Rogue River, with US 131 running just west of town. It's the northern edge of the metro, far enough out that the land opens up, close enough that the commute still works. The district here is Rockford Public Schools. It runs 14 schools for about 7,500 students, and it doesn't stop at the city line. It serves Rockford plus parts of Algoma, Cannon, Cortland, and Plainfield townships. 8 elementary buildings, 2 middle schools, a freshman center, and the high school. A few specifics. Edgerton Trails. Elementary opened in 2024, the newest building in the district. Rockford High School sits on Crow Street and takes grades 10 through 12, with 9th graders next door at the freshman center. And because the district reaches well past the city limits, a Rockford mailing address and a Rockford school assignment aren't the same thing. Confirm the parcel. Here's the market. All of that sits inside. The typical Rockford home is valued around $430,000. Listings go pending in about 24 days. Downtown Grand Rapids is roughly 20 minutes down US 131, and the district runs 14 buildings. Against the county, that's a real premium, but not an extreme one. $430,000 against a Kent County median of $335,000, about $95,000 above. What you're paying for up here is land and river access, not a shorter drive. The Rogue River is why this town is here, and it's still the center of it. The state designates it country scenic, and it's a working trout stream. Fly fishing below the dam, canoes, kayaks, and tubes above it, all of it within walking distance of downtown. The city owns more than 30 acres of parks and waterfront, and most of it is stacked along the river downtown. Pepler Memorial Park has a fishing platform and a walk across the dam. Garden Club Park sits just northeast of it with a concert deck and a gas fireplace. And the Rogue River Nature Trail is a quarter-mile boardwalk along the bank. The trail is the other half of it. White Pine Trail State Park runs 92 miles from Grand Rapids up to Cadillac, the longest paved trail in Michigan, and it goes straight through downtown Rockford, hugging the Rogue north and south. It's an old rail bed, so it's flat the whole way, and it gets used year-round. Here's my read on this market. Rockford is small volume with a wide price band. An older ranch in town and a new build on acreage out in the townships can trade in the same week, and the median sits somewhere between them, which means the median alone tells you almost nothing here. You price the parcel. Push past the city limits and the public land gets bigger. Townsend Park in Cannonsburg has been open since 1925 and runs hiking trails, 5 picnic areas, and an enclosed shelter house. Cannon Township also holds a large piece of the Cannonsburg State Game Area, plus Luton Park for mountain biking, and Pickerel Lake. The other thing anchoring this town is Wolverine Worldwide. It built its first plant here in 1901, it's publicly traded, and the global headquarters is still on Cortland Drive. Morel, Saucony, Chaco, Hush Puppies. The company consolidated its US offices back into Rockford, which is unusual for a town this size. Day to day, downtown is compact and it's mid-rebuild. Hotel Rose opened in September of 2025. 54 rooms, and a restaurant on Main Street, a $14 million project. The Krause Memorial Library expansion is running now, with a new library plaza going in where Monroe Street used to be, and a reopening set for this fall. Here's where Rockford lands against the Kent County towns buyers cross-shop it with. Ada and Cascade both run well above. Forest Hills District, Thornapple frontage, closer in. The city of Grand Rapids sits below. Rockford is where the money tends to go into land rather than proximity. The commute is the last piece. Rockford runs about 20 minutes to downtown on US 131, roughly 15 miles, and it's a straight shot. Ada, for comparison, is about 15 minutes in from the east. That 5-minute gap isn't what separates a $430,000 median from Ada's $650. The land and the district do more of that work than the drive.